Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a fun series, if I may say. Thank you so much for the amount of views, and thank you for sharing with some of your friends to kind of like watch the video out. The previous video, the audio was kind of like terrible, but I just hope I could make something out of this. So let's get started with the video. Now, in the previous video, I said that I will be working on a smartwatch, and I just want to watch you through the flow. So the smartwatch app I am going to be redefining or working on is going to be the Bolt app. And obviously, I would like us to take a look at some screenshots from the Bolt app, because what we're going to be doing is remodeling those screenshots into a smartwatch. Because I feel like, you know, Bolt app is a taxi app like Uber that I really, really use. And I feel like having that experience on a smartwatch will make sense, because you could just order your ride and just stay on a go or something like that. And um, at the side right here, I've created some components and things that I've actually come up with, but I'm still going to be dropping the screenshots of the apps inside here. I've created my mood board, and I would let me drop the screenshots in a bit, and then we see how we'll go from there. So I just dropped the screenshot into the app, and obviously for my own safety and for everyone's other safety, I blurred out some informations within the design so that you could not see my actual locations and things like that. So, but um, let me just walk you through the flow. So this is like the menu to see your profile. When you click on this menu, you get to this profile, and yeah, there are all other informations here, like edit profile and things like that. But because it's a watch, we'll have to link that to the profile. And when you're on the page, you could click on a message button to kind of like get to if you click on this arrow button to kind of like get home, it means like show your location. And once you click on that, you get your location icon here. And yeah, you could just request for a ride and you'll get to your ride. So, but here I've created a flow within my design where it's like this is a splash screen, and then this is a screen where after the splash screen you get the icon. This is called the wireframe, and I've created a wireframe where then after you've gotten the logo and like the landing page, you get up to a place where you could link it with your phone. Oh, sorry, you could link it with your phone, and you get show to the screen. And then from there, where would you like to go? This is representing this page right here, where to, and I think we'll need to rename it just to match that. And then after that, you could just pick to your device, but this would be the profile and this would be the locator, whatever you want to locate yourself and things like that. So this will be the location where you now click on find ride and you get to this page. Then once you click on that, you select a bolt. It shows you like the location inside and how much it would cost, and you could just yeah you could just go to the location. But obviously this is a flow, it won't be like it won't be like the web. So when I was checking the WWC, I saw this flow that was really really great, and obviously wanted to follow it. And that same kind of flow is what I've broke down into here. And you could rate your driver here as well, or even check your profile here. So without further ado, I have created some assets here. I'm obviously going to be needing more assets, but I would fast forward the design process a little bit, just because I have, you know, said I think I've instructed about design, and I think if you watch me design, you could be able to just come up with this yourself rather than me going through it over and over again. But obviously, I'll be giving a lot more hints. Now, what I've also done is I've created a brand color with this color, picking this, their actual color, right? So this now bold dark logo, but what I want to do is make it turn into a vector. So what I will do is right click, I'll click on image tracer. Image tracer is a plugin in the Figma community where it helps you trace images or make them a vector. So what I'm doing is I'll just place the vector right here, and once I'm done with that, I could just start designing. So the first page I would design is this. So once I'm done with that, I'll remove the whole logo thing I have here. I'll bring in a copy of the logo and resize it by holding shift and alt, just to fit in the screen. And if we look at it from the main design, this is the actual splash screen of the design, right? So I'll just change this main background from white to the bold background and change this from black to white, and pretty much I'll position it right where it needs to be. Then I'll bring in this assets, right? Push it here. So now what I'll be showing more of outside of the design is the whole prototyping and animation, right? So once I bring this here, I'll create another rectangle, put this on, and I'll take it from edge to edge. I'll change the color from what it is right now to the brown color. So what I want to do is, within the prototype, I want this car to sort of like run into this. So if I want to do that, I have to put all this into a frame so that we can clip it. If the car is coming through, it could just slide in right through. So now what I'm going to also be doing is I would be changing the color of the master button, and that's the reason why we need to be creating components for this, because we could just update this. The master button for the frame, I will be changing that color from black to the green, so you can see that it consistently changed from there. Now I'm going to be working on the design and making sure that everything is great, and I'll get back to you guys in a bit. So just to give some insight, we have been able to work on few screens. I just wanted to give an update here. So this is the first splash screen, then it moves to this. And then, when once you link it with your phone, it shows you this, and we are going to have like a screen here where once you click on the locator, it kind of like takes off and shows where your location is. So where to reduce this by using our scale tool, just to reduce that a little bit, yeah, just to give you an insight of where you are. And we've been able to say, okay, when you click on where do you want to go to, it shows you this, and then from this it kind of like gives you once you speak to it, it kind of like gives you the place. If not, you could click on back just to go back to where you want to go to, and you could find the right. So finding the right, it would wait you for 3 minutes to show you the rest of the screen. And then the next thing that we are going to look into is after you've gotten the ride, it will show you the price, and you could say next, and it will show you when the ride and everything gets started. So let's keep going, guys.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say, fake it till you make it A. And if you play that game, then you just might make a change. Rearrange all the bad to okay. Take the worst thoughts saying, turn them to a game. Take the best thoughts saying, put them on display. On repeat in your brain till you're feeling no more pain. Never slow yourself down, you can do some more. Push past all the pain and you'll find a door. Open it up and finally explore everything that you thought you could never do before. And even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
So now we have completed the design. Obviously, we've been able to create some sort of mood boards here, and replicate an app or create a version of a mobile app. Now, the next thing we'll be focusing on is the whole prototyping. So I'll be talking about what prototyping is and how you can create beautiful prototypes and how we can, take what we have here and prototype it. So, what is a prototype and what does prototype help you to do? A prototype is a form of it's a first form of design or development where your users to or developers to see the vision behind your type of design, and you can do that without needing to code with Figma. Of course, you know, apps like Adobe XD also have their own prototype version, but we're going to do something here that would make I guess that would make it some fun to fun to use. And um in order to access your prototype functionality, you come on here and click on prototype. So once you click on your prototype, you'll get greeted with every file you click on has like this plus icon within it, right? So with us, what we're going to do is that let's first of all hide these grids. We'll go to file, we'll go to view, and would hide layout grids. So with the whole prototyping, you would see that you know um we have this on the side, and you could once you click on each of your frame, you get this whole prototyping thing. And within your prototype, there's what we call flow point, a flow starting point. So that means where you want your prototype to start from, and a file could have different flow starting point. And we have the interaction section, which is where you want it to interact or how you want it to interact with. We also have scrolling, if you want people to be able to scroll within your app. So let's say this, you want people to be able to scroll within this map. You could create a scrolling of horizontal and vertical scrolling where people would be able to grab and scroll within it. And then there's prototype settings where you get to decide what type of prototype it is, what kind of device it is, the color of the device. We could say it's midnight or starlight or green or red, but we would say blue because I don't know. That's just what I have default. What you want the background color to be after you've created the whole blue, but we're going to leave it as default. The first thing we'll do is create a flow starting point for this. So now once we want to preview what we have, we'll just click on play. So now what I would like to do here is click on this and say fill screen so that you could get to see the design very well. So what we're going to do is now click on plus to this, and we would say that we don't want it on top, we want it after a delay. This would be 800 milliseconds, and this wouldn't be 2500. Let's say 1000 milliseconds. So what this will do is after a delay, it would switch to that screen in 1000 milliseconds. So if we were to restart this, you will see that it's quite slow, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do now is we'll make sure that this is around 500 millisecond. I think that's quite all right. So if we restart this now, yeah, it's kind of fast. But once we showcase this design, what you would notice is that all of this kind of like show behind the design, and we don't want that to happen. So what we're going to do is we would make sure that this, you might ask, okay, how do we bring back the rest? So it now comes to a game of duplication, right? So let's first of all undo this, and we would move this backwards a little bit, and then duplicate this first page, right? So now this is where we'll create the preset. So we're going to say after it sees this page, it should jump to this page like we have it here. So, and what I also want is for this car to kind of like move into the frame. So we would just shift this back a little bit, but we would we'll clip this content, and this should move from button to the top. So we'll say this, we'll give it 200 transparency, 20% transparency, and this will give it 0% opacity. So we would say that from our prototype, it should not jump to that one, it should come to this after a delay, and we want it to come to this after a delay. But this won't be 500 milliseconds, we'll make this 250 milliseconds. So once we restart the whole design, it will make sense. Oh, sorry. The reason why it didn't go is we set it to on top, so it should be after a delay. 250 milliseconds, smart animate to that. So now that if we restart that, this is how it will look. So now it looks like it's so fast, and we don't want it to be. We want it to be smooth. Now let's make this 500 milliseconds, and we'll make this like 250. So we want it to happen after a 2 millisecond delay and move to this. If it doesn't make sense, we'll reduce the amount of delays we give it. Yeah, so this makes sense. So now the next page we would say is this. We now want, when someone comes to this page, what they will need to do next is click on this to that, right? And what we'll now do is once they tap this, it should navigate to that, but we want it to just maybe like dissolve a little bit. So it will dissolve to that by easing out in 500 milliseconds. So it would just come to this. So let's restart the whole design. Link to phone. It kind of like dissolves to this, but to me it's fast, and we want the whole design to kind of like slowly kick in. Or let's change it to smart animate and make a duplicate of that design as well. So after a delay, let's move all this preset or all these assets. So now if we bring this backwards, we could take this backwards and make a duplicate of this design. So what we want to happen is this should come from the bottom, and we want it to have 20% opacity. And yeah, basically that's what we want. So this we'll go to this smart animate on top, and then this will move to this after a delay. So once you tap on this, it will delay a little bit before it moves to this. and we want this to be around 250 millisecond, and this would be 500 milliseconds as well. So if we restart this design, we want it to slowly move to this. Once you click on that, it slowly comes up, but this is too slow, so we'll change this to 250 as well. 250. So if I go back to the frames before now, link to phone, it shows up quicker. So the next thing we're going to do is we would create a micro component that kind of like animates towards this, because what we want is for it to go 1, 2, 3 and then animates to that. So a variant out of it, and say in our prototype section that we want this to this, then this will not be on top, it will be after a delay. So we don't want a huge delay, so it should be 250 milliseconds as well. And after that, we want it to now delay to this, and we will say after delay 250 milliseconds. So what we're eventually saying is after a delay, it should move to this and then move to this, right? So we would go to our assets and bring in this main file from our design. So watch wireframe, and we would select this and bring this in here first of all. Take this to the middle. We would change the design from this to this is now default. The reason why it's showing only a default is because we haven't assigned the type of thing we wanted to do here. So we'll make this 50%, or let's say 10%, so that the seeds kind of like visible, and then we'll delete this from the frame and bring in the whole asset we have now. So now what I'm going to do is detach this variant, because detach instance, because we don't want it to start animating from here. All in all, we know that this is after smart animate. So when we go back to our file, you kind of see what will happen. Let's restart this whole thing. Let's link to phone. That's what we're talking about. So after it has linked to phone, we want it to after a delay, because this is 250. I think this is 500 milliseconds, 250, 250, 500. So after a delay, we want it to move to the next page to kind of like show that it has connected, right? So we would now create another copy of this page. So eventually, let's move this to the top to give us more space within our design. So it's just a game of duplicate anyways. So once we select this, we can move this back, and we would eventually say this would be do we need to even do this? No, we don't need to do this. Let's just skip this step. So we'll bring this closer, and we will just link this to this. So it won't be on top, it will be after delay 800 milliseconds, and it should just dissolve anyways. And just quick. Yeah, we just want it to dissolve to that one quickly, right? So we'll bring this down so that whenever someone clicks this button, it should just bring them down to here, and we want it to just dissolve quickly, right? When someone click on this profile icon, it should bring them here, just on top, dissolve quickly. When someone click on this profile from here as well, it should bring them here. But now what we want to do is when they click on this, it would just take them back here. And this one wouldn't make any sense. We won't make it to we won't have it to do anything, because at the end of the day, it doesn't make any sense. It should just normally pop up on the web and just do the thing, right? So once we go back to our design, let's see what happens. It's too quick, because literally that's how we set it to. So it needs to show that animation that it was connecting. Now we'll go back to our design and make sure that it works well, right? So this animates to this, not 600 milliseconds. I'm sorry, I think it's 1500 here. So if we take this back a little bit, now let's take this back to here. I don't know why the whole animation here is not working out. Change to this. Is this, wait, what's this? I'm sorry, delay. Sorry, delay. Well, that's it. I don't know why it's not working. I'll check it out later. But this just to demonstrate this, and this is to take us to the profile, and we can click back to go back here. So now it's just left to create this, right? We'll bring this here. So once someone clicks on where do you want to go to, or this whole entire thing, it should bring them here. Yeah, quickly dissolve that too. But they could also click back to go to the next stage. And this one, once they click back, it should take them to the next stage. And we could have this here, but what we want to do here is create a duplicate of this so that we can animate it. So this would be smaller. So we would create a smaller scaling for this. So smaller scaling for this. And this would have 30% opacity, and this would be 0. This would be 0. So what we want to do is this would have a little bit of opacity, but glows back to this. So now once we go back to our prototype, we take this to this, it should dissolve to this, but this page will now come to this. I've just been saying a bunch of this earlier in this tutorial, but it makes sense. I hope it does make sense anyways. We'll now change this from tap on tap to after delay, and we would say smart animate. So we wanted to delay a little bit and then smart animate to the other one, not quick but linear. So it just happens linear. And once we click on this, where do you want to go to? Why does it take us to the first one? Anyways, this should be this. Is it working? Okay, yeah. It is working. So it takes us, where do you want to go? We click on this. Yes. So after it starts searching, it should also delay to this. So now here is where the thing comes. We'll have to make 2 duplicates of this because I want to animate this page. So the animation for this page would be, this would be scaled down. This would be scaled down, right? So this as well would be moved down. So essentially what I want to happen is for it to feel like it grew. So we'll select this one as well and we'll scale it down. And I just want it to feel like it grew from this to what it is, right? And this would be down. And this would be like 30, 30, 30. So if you can imagine what I'm making 30 is just the opacity, and you could do that by pressing 30 on your keyboard or 30, right? So we'll do 30 here as well. So now we now want it to auto, once it's here, it should just navigate um to this one, and this one should be after the layer as well. So if we go back to our first work, we should just have something around this, now just becoming this and this now here. Yeah, so we now want this one too to navigate to this. Smart animate on, it won't be on top, it will be after delay. So on and on drag after delay, right? This is all tricky, but it will make sense at the end of the day, right? So if we shift back, push back a little bit pixels, this is what we want it to do. So, but the delay is so slow. We want this to this. We want it in, is it animation now? 500 milliseconds. So yes, now that's what we want. So after that, you could just click on oh, the canvas is not being enough. All right, let's just select all this that we've worked on. Let me push this down a little bit. Good. But I'm loving the whole process anyways. I'm loving the way I'm able to kind of like talk about this and hopefully make sense to you. Let's just take this back a little bit. Um, we're almost done anyways. We're almost done with the animation. We'll take this back a little bit. And we would say that, yeah, once you click on find right, it should bring you to this page. But of course, we're going to make a duplicate of this page just to kind of like animate it. But this won't be perfect because if we really want to get it perfectly, we'd have to create tons of animations around it. So now this, we would take it back to this and it would be on top. It shouldn't be smart animate. It should be, dissolve. Quick. It should take them back to not that page, but this page. So that no, that page, but this page. So that once they click on this, they could just access all this once quickly, right? So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have this back to here as well. On tab, dissolve quick. No. That one wouldn't have the opportunity to because, okay, let's just make it. But this is the one I wanted to because this would be animated to that. Yeah, here. On tab, yeah, dissolve quick, all of that. So now once you click on find right, this is now what we want it to do. This one here should come from down, right, with a 30% opacity. This would be 0, literally. This would also be 0. I want this to come from, I want this to feel like it came from here. And this would come here. And this will feel like, I want it to feel like it just grew to this. So we'll obviously move this here. Select this. Now what I'm doing is just selecting the ones and just taking it back to where it came from. So obviously, where it came from, where did it came from? It's what I created. So it just creates a basic animation to here, right? And if you also click on this, yeah, it's the same effect. So once we go to our prototype, This should animate to this, not on tap, but after delay, not dissolve, but smart animate, not quick, but linear. We want it to just make sense, right? And then from this should after delay. No, not after. This is the one that should be after delayed, but this would be on click because that is what we want it to be, right? So this would be on click, not smart animate. This would be dissolved in a linear way, quick. So once we have that, we'll just go back to our prototyping. It does that, we want it to now delay to this, right? So showing that a driver has accepted the ride. So after a delay, you should just move to this. So this won't be on top. It should be after delay. Yeah, delay of 200 milliseconds and things like that. So once you're done with that, let's take it back a little bit. So once we're done with that, we should just click on, let's say, once we're done with that, we should just click on next, right? Or if you close this, it should eventually bring you back to here. That's what we want. So this will be on top, dissolve quick, yes. This also should move to this, saying that driver has come. Of course, you could make animations with this, and like I said, this was an inspiration from this whole thing. Let's make this not the center of focus, right? So we'll take this here, but now once we click on this, it should bring them here, and you could either decide you want to call the driver or you just want to go ahead with your ride. So if you decide you want to call the driver, let's make a little interaction with this. So now what we're going to do is once you decide to say, hey, you want to call the driver, if this is a calling driver, so this would be dissolved and quick. And this, if you end the call, this should bring you here. If you pick the call, this should only change to end the call. There should be an interaction here. So let's make an interaction. So once you end the call, the thing should bring you here. So now this would be on top, smart animate, not quick, gentle. So this would be this. Once you click on this, you should dissolve the screen quickly. So let's go back into our design. Once I click on this, I could click on the call. I could pick the call. Yay. And this could end the call. So yeah, the next thing we need to do is just bring this here and say, yeah, once, oh god, what did I do? Bring this here and say, yeah, after some hours or let's say a minute or so, after we, no, that shouldn't be the case. Let's just take it from the tech checkpoint so that we would be able to see what we're doing. You should smart animate to the other one. Just yeah, just linear. Anyways, it should linear animate to that, and we'll just bring this here and say, yeah, after the ride is done, you should smart animate to, yeah, on top, smart animate linear, and towards the end, which is the ending screen, it should also not smart animate, just dissolve to that screen. It should dissolve, yeah, linearly to that screen. Yeah, big thing. I think we're done. Okay, this has been great so far. So let's test our experience from the beginning. So now here's a splash screen. It shows this. You link to phone. You get the animation. It takes you here, and you could click on your profile from here and update it from the mobile phone, or you could click back to here. You could click here to see your location, and you could click back to just go back to the main page, right? Where are you going to? You could click on that. Where do you want to go? Click on the arrow. Start searching for the location. It brings you to the location. You find a ride. It shows you that. And yeah, $40, that is enough. You click on that. And you could call the driver. After calling the driver, the driver picks. It kind of like shows this. You could end the drive. You go to the next. This is bad. That's bad. What the hell was that? So this to this was a bad experience. This to that. So it shouldn't be smart animate. It should be, yeah, dissolve, please, linear. So now once we'll just click on this. Yeah, it's better. So let's start the experience again. Let's start the experience. This is just a splash screen. You click on link to phone. It shows you the animation, links to phone. You could view your profile here, update it from your mobile phone, or go to back. You could click on the mouse and it shows, or just go to profile or anything, right? You could search where you want to go to. Obviously, click on it, say where you want to go to. It searches and it brings you like the point. If it's not where you want to go to, you just click back and it will ask you where you want to go. You say it proceeds to the animation and brings you where you can find your ride. So with here, you see the ride, you pay for the amount, you click on next, you could call the driver and click on call. It shows you the animation, you could end the call. You could click on this next, and once your driver is here, this is the point where the driver is here, you accept the ride. And yeah, you could share the ride with your friends, or you could end the ride and rate the driver. So that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It took some time to do, but I hope it's all worth it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Share it with your friends. Let's see what they think, and do have a great day.